Hey guys, and welcome back to Cooking with Melissa. I am here with our guest chef, Shannon, our VP of Marketing. So excited to have you.
Thank you.
Or have me, I should say. Beautiful kitchen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, we're super excited to have Shannon be our guest chef here at our Cooking with Melissa. So we are going to be learning how to make a Greek salad.
Greek salad with a Greek vinaigrette, and then we're going to make cracker battered fried shrimp with a dipping sauce as well.
We always need that sauce, guys. I love a good dipping sauce. So super excited. And we've just had such amazing shows, right? We're super excited for this one. Oh my gosh. And we haven't had shrimp and no fish. So I'm excited to taste this. I love me a good fried fish, right? And fried shrimp.
Good.
And I haven't actually made it at home in like years. So this will be good. So excited to have you and thank you so much. But I know Shannon is going to show us how to get everything prepared and ready to go for this amazing dish. So let's get started.
Okay, I think we'll start with the dressing.
Okay.
Okay, so really easy. I prefer to make a homemade dressing. I just think, makes it a little, you get to control it, right? You get to make it exactly the way that you want it to be. So you're going to use a little bit of olive oil.
All right.
And then about the same amount of olive oil, you're going to do red wine vinegar. And so we'll just go ahead and put that in here now.
Fantastic. And is there any specific brand or anything that you prefer?
No, not necessarily. I think I don't know that I would necessarily know the difference. And there's so many different flavors going on here that I don't think it's going to be, I don't think you can really go wrong.
Gotcha.
Then we're going to do some minced garlic. Okay, you could totally do full garlic cloves here and, chomp them up yourself. We're not going to do that today because I'm going to take the easy way out. So we're going to put some minced garlic in there, and then we're going to do a little bit of Dijon mustard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Just going to do a little squirt of this.
And all these ingredients are like things that you may already have in your kitchen and your home, right? I already see a bunch of this, and I'm like, oh wow, I have all of these ingredients that I can just put together and make this delicious dressing. So excited to see that.
Just put in a little bit of dried oregano. Then we're going to put in some black pepper. And if you wanted to make it spicy, you could actually add some chili flake.
Oh wow, okay.
My daughter does not like spicy at all, so we skip that every time, and then a little bit of salt.
Nice. So again, for that heat, guys, you can always add red chili flakes to the mix just to give it a little bit more spice. So you can definitely add it to yours. Today, we're not going to do that. But I mean, so quick and easy, it's already coming together.
It's ready. So the vinaigrette is ready. We'll give this one more stir after we get all of the veggies ready to go and put them in the bowl. We'll give it one more stir before we dress it, and then we can really decide how much dressing we want to put on the veggies after we get it all together.
Got it. And so just to recap, we're doing the same measurement of olive oil to the red wine vinegar, right?
Yep.
Is that what it is? And then we can either do whole garlic, right? One clove?
Yeah, you do one clove. You would want to mince it up because nobody's going to want a full garlic.
Yes, definitely not.
Right?
Or you can always buy the minced garlic. I mean, I use the minced garlic at home as well.
Absolutely. Take the cheap, right?
I definitely save time wherever we can, right?
Exactly.
It's going to be the oregano, dried oregano, right? And then we have the pepper, we have some salt, and then the Dijon mustard.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
And probably about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. You can watch me. I just kind of squirt it in there. It's really what you want.
Simple, guys. And we already have our dressing ready to go. All right. So talk to me about the veggies. What do we need to do? How big? How small? How are we cutting this?
So we're just going to dice. So we've got cucumbers, we've got Roma tomatoes, we've got red bell peppers, and then we've got some red onion.
Nice.
And so we're just going to dice it up. I would say probably equal parts cucumber to red bell pepper. I would go ahead and do all three of these tomatoes. And then we don't love a ton of red onion, just a little bit because it's really pungent. And so we'll put some of this in here, but not a ton compared to everything else. That's what we'll go through.
Fantastic. And so, of course, she said 3 of the Roma tomatoes will work. Would we cut all of the 2 red peppers, or you think just kind of even it out depending on how much you're making?
Yeah, I think depending on how much you're making, you know, the other thing you probably watched me make that, I kind of eyeball it in everything that I do whenever I'm cooking.
Okay.
And so I think as we're like, we'll do all 3 tomatoes, we'll do one of these and one of these, and then we'll eyeball it, see what it looks like all together, and then go from there, add however we need.
You got it. I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna get started with the red onion. Do you want to do the tomatoes?
Sure. And we're just gonna
dice it. You're just gonna dice. Okay. That's exactly right.
Sounds good. So these have all been pre-washed, guys. We always, of course, recommend pre-wash your vegetables because, of course, right, they come from the earth, and you know we just want to make sure everything's clean before we put it in into our bodies, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and dice this up here. I just realistically just go cut it in half, and then I cut it again in half, right? So that way I have kind of 4 pieces. And then I dice it, right? Just kind of making it really easy. I'm not an expert, guys, and it's okay, right?
Exactly.
You know, you make it happen how you make it happen, and it's all good.
It's cooking. It's not, you know, we're not professional chefs. We're cooking for our families, and they're going to be thankful that we made something and that they didn't have to make it, so it's all
That's
the way
right.
around.
And this salad so far seems something that you can make really quick and easy, which is amazing. For me, that's always a big thing. I'm always on the go, right? Shannon, how do you think? What do you think? You think it's a good on-the-go kind of quick dish?
Absolutely. So, you know, one of the other things that I'll do with this often is I will add some rotisserie chicken to it. Let's say that, you know, like it's a weeknight or whatever. I don't want to turn the oven on. I don't want to, whatever I might be doing. Then I'll throw some rotisserie chicken in this, and then that's it. It's ready to go.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know where everyone's from that's watching, guys, but we are in San Antonio, Texas, and it's like 110 degrees. At least it feels like it.
Exactly.
And no one wants to turn their oven on.
No.
So a quick salad that's going to be nice and delicious. Oh, yeah, anytime. Just throw that rotisserie chicken on and just cut it up and throw it in there. I think that right there is going to be a quick lifesaver. Can I just go ahead and
go ahead and put those in there. So the other thing, so I'm starting on the cucumber.
Okay.
So I'm using English cucumbers.
Okay.
So these are seedless. I don't know that any cucumber is truly seedless, but these are seedless cucumbers. I don't like all the green on the outside. It makes the cucumber really pungent, I would say. And so I'm going to take some of that off. You can see that I'm leaving a little bit on here. So it's still here, and then I'm just going to dice this up.
Definitely. All right. I like me some good cucumbers. You know, fun fact, right? Especially here in San Antonio, you always see like cucumbers that are like soaked in pickle juice or with all of like Lucas and chili powder and stuff like that. Have you ever partaked in any of that?
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. So,
oh my gosh.
So my husband's from Mexico.
Really?
And
oh my
so
gosh.
there is a lot of, and we absolutely love it. My husband and I do. My daughter, not so much, but definitely the two of us. So yeah, you know, tahini.
Oh yes.
Throw that on here, whatever it might be. Yeah, we're definitely in for that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is always exciting. There's so many fruit stands and so many places here and locally in San Antonio, Texas, that you can just get whatever. There's what they call like a Piccadilly. Yes, they have manganadas. And we're just talking about it like, okay, that's it. After this film, we are going out to go get some of that. Yeah, so super delicious. I'm really not a big like heat, like spicy heat person.
Oh no,
I like some, but not overwhelming, right? But I do know a lot of people who love the heat, and so for me, I'm like, okay, get me some, but just easy, Lucas. I don't want too much. But yes, you can never go wrong, especially on a hot summer day with one of those fantastic treats, right? Just add them, you know, get it all there and make it happen. So definitely delicious.
I feel like that's something you can easy make at home as well.
Oh yes.
And you know, again, we're in South Texas and the home of HEB.
Oh yes.
Most of the stuff that you can get it at HEB, it's already ready to go.
Yes.
It's already diced. It's already ready. Just bring it home, toss it together, throw on your spices, and you're good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you know what, HEB is the place to go for all of your amazing produce and also fun snack ideas, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting on the red bell pepper, right? Now, do you have a technique that you do when you cut bell peppers?
I don't. Do you have one? Are you going to teach me something today?
I think I'm going to kind of do it.
Awesome.
What I do, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. Again, I'm not a professional chef, guys, but it's okay. This is how I do it. However you do it, that's great. What I do is I like to I kind of put my knife right in the middle and just kind of cut around the actual stem. And I just kind of like cut just little, just little cutting it out, because then what I'll do is I'll just kind of put the knife in, just kind of fish it around the stem, and then I'll just try to like pull it out, and then I just pull it out just like that.
Look at that.
And I just toss it and try to get at least most of it out, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there's seeds in there still, but at least it's not the whole stem. But again, that's me. That's how I do it. Y'all do it however you think is best, and whatever works for y'all. Now, with the pepper, what do you think? The size of the what do you think the size of the cut should be?
Yeah, I would say
Also
maybe,
kind of chunky.
no, I would make that a little smaller. You know,
Okay.
Red bell pepper is really snappy, and so like it'll be a big hard bite if you make those too big. So I would say a little smaller.
Nice. Okay. That was so pretty. It is.
So you can actually use any bell pepper. I think the red bell peppers are sweeter, so that's the reason I choose those. But really,
Nice.
whatever you want.
So my husband likes a good stuffed bell pepper, and he's but when we get them, he's like, oh no, get the like orangey yellow one and the red one. And he says they just taste different. They're both different and they taste good. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper
Perfect.
directly to the veggies because I feel like layers of flavor.
Yes.
And again, I'm just eyeballing.
All right. And that's your cracked pepper, right?
Yes. I mean, you can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fresh and delicious already.
Oh, yes. So with a salad like this, is it nice to have it like chill for a while, or what do you think?
Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say a while, but yeah, you can definitely like make it first or make it ahead. I would probably eat it all in the same day,
Okay.
but also it doesn't last very long in my house, so
Okay.
it's not like
It doesn't sit very long.
no, it does not.
Oh, that's good.
We go through it, so that's definitely not something. I'm gonna grab this one.
Oh yeah.
This with you.
Sorry guys, I'm cutting a little slow over here.
I took a look at what we've got in there, and I feel like we've got plenty of cucumber. I feel like we've got plenty of tomato, so I feel like this is,
this is gonna be good. The whole one,
so.
perfect. And it smells so good already.
Yeah.
Just all the freshness, right? Oh my gosh.
So do you cook a lot at home?
I wish I could say yes, but I don't. I feel like nowadays I don't cook as much. So my kids are grown. So I have older children, and everyone kind of does their thing. My daughter's in Kansas, and my son is here with us. But he's doing his own little thing, and he's an adult, and so everyone just kind of helps themselves. But we do try to at least have at least 1 to 2 family dinners like a week.
Oh, wow.
Because we're all adults, right?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of got their own thing going on. And so when we do cook, I'm like, okay, what do you want? And so we're talking about, something that's going to take a little bit more time, whether it's carne asada, fresh made, like homemade rice and beans, or maybe lasagna or pasta. It's just something that's good that you got to make.
Yeah.
We try to make that happen. I try not to like, let's just have dinner out somewhere all the time. But yeah, and how about y'all? Do y'all cook a little bit more or less, or?
So I cook every day.
Oh.
I make a meal, at least a meal every day.
Nice.
But it's not always elaborate, right? And I would say we save the heavier meals for the weekends.
Yes.
So I probably would not make the shrimp during the week.
Gotcha.
But definitely on the weekends, that'd be something that we make. But yeah, I cook every day.
Oh, nice. Well, when the kids were younger, that's what we did. I mean, we would just cook every day. Now that everyone's kind of an adult, everyone's doing their own thing, but that's amazing. Yeah, I remember those days. It was like, come home from work,
That's
and
right.
it's like everyone do your schoolwork, and
That's
then you're
right.
just running, trying to get everything ready. So those
That's right.
quick, these kinds of meals are
Yes.
super quick and easy, fresh and fun and healthy.
Yes.
Right? You
Yep.
gotta have a little salad. So it makes a big difference. So that's amazing.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this dressing on. So I'm just giving it one more quick stir to get it all combined.
And so you put the salt, you put pepper in here, and you put salt as
I
well,
did,
right?
I did.
And then she just gave it a good stir.
So it's all together.
Yes, and just so that y'all can see on the camera what this delicious dish already looks like. Look how beautiful those colors are. And it's so simple, right? So she's gonna add this amazing dressing. So simple and fast and quick. And I love me a good vinaigrette, that's for
Smells
sure.
so good.
It does.
I think that's good.
All right. So talk to me about what decision you made and when you maybe made it to go into marketing. Like, talk about that.
Yeah, so in college is when I would say, so I have a marketing degree. And my first year in college, I went to college, didn't know what I wanted to do. I think that's pretty typical of a lot of kids. And so my first year, I took an intro to marketing and I fell in love. And so from that point forward, I was like, definitely marketing is the degree for me. So that's how that started.
What part of marketing do you think is like your ultimate favorite? I mean, there's a lot of different pieces, right?
There's a lot of different pieces.
Yes. So what do you think is your most favorite part?
Yeah, so I would say that I'm an analyst. I'm just an analyst by nature. And so I really like the data portion of it, like the science that's involved in marketing. But then there's also that part of me that really loves the art that goes with it. So think of like all the writing and all the creative ways that you can bring the Pro-Vigil story to life. So I like both pieces of it, but I find myself quite often in the data. And I think that's just because that's where, it's easier for me. So that's what I lean towards.
Nice. Well, that's fantastic. Yes, it's definitely an art itself. Being able to go in there and make sense of everything that we're getting, right? I do once in a while, I dabble in a little content here and there, but just to understand the science behind it of like who it's reaching and are we getting what we're asking for, right? What we want back. So that's super amazing. So that's great. And how long you been with Pro-Vigil altogether?
Just over 3 years.
Nice. Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing that, right? I mean, it's been only a year and a half, almost, oh no, it's already almost 2 years that I've been there. And I feel like I've been there since the beginning.
Time flies.
It does. It feels like it just goes so quick. All right, well, what do we do now? So we have a couple of other steps we're gonna do. So now that we've mixed this up, we've added the vinaigrette, what do we do with it while we're making everything else?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge and just let it kind of come together a little bit. Let these veggies soak up that dressing and let it just chill back down. And then we'll serve this at the very end when we have everything else.
Fantastic. Do we need to cover it? Do we need to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it. So I'm gonna run to the pantry.
Yes, of course.
Get some.
All right. So don't forget, guys, these quick, easy ingredients to make this a beautiful, beautiful salad. Let me go ahead and put it back at the camera. Look at that. You got your cucumber, you have your red pepper, a small amount of the red onion, and of course, some Roma tomatoes, guys. You cannot go wrong with that. And we're going to put some cling wrap on that. Perfect.
This is like the best stuff and the worst stuff, right?
Yes. It's fantastic. And then it gets wrapped up in itself, and then it's the worst.
That's exactly right. Okay, I'm going to put this in the fridge.
Perfect. Okay. And then you still have some leftover vinaigrette too. So do we use that like once it maybe chills? Do we have to redo anything, or do we use it for other salads later? Maybe?
So we'll take a look. So whenever we bring the salad out and give it a stir, we'll see if it needs any more. So we're just going to set this aside, and we may come back to this.
Fantastic. All right. Okay, guys. So this is the first part, and we are going to now make a dipping sauce.
Yes. So we'll make the dipping sauce for the. Okay. So this one's so incredibly easy.
Okay. Talk to me. Tell me what we got in it.
Oh my gosh, so easy. And it's also a little bit, you're going to be surprised by what I'm about to put in here.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's also talk about the fact that this is definitely not in the land of healthy.
Okay, you heard it here, guys. We're just letting you know right now.
That's right.
It may not be in the land of healthy, but it's okay because I'm sure it's going to taste amazing because I already see a couple of things here that I definitely have in my fridge, and mixing it together, that's going to be another level right there. So.
Yeah. Okay. So this is for the shrimp. We're gonna use this on the shrimp. So we're just gonna take some ranch dressing, and I'm just gonna put some in here, right?
Okay.
There's not gonna be. There's no much ranch.
Yeah. Gotcha.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a little bit of ketchup. know this sounds so odd, right?
No, it doesn't.
And
I
then
love sauce.
we're gonna do Tabasco.
Okay, and so heat level, right? That's where it comes from, right? So it's like, how much heat do you want or do you need? And I guess that's where you would kind of measure that out.
Exactly.
Okay, am I gonna be sweating when I taste this later?
Okay,
Oh my gosh,
maybe
that's
a
it.
little, maybe
That's
a little.
it. Call the fire department, guys. My mouth's gonna be on fire later.
It's not gonna be that bad. It's not gonna be that bad. But you're kind of looking for like an orangey color.
Okay.
So let's see.
And I can already smell it.
It's the Tabasco.
Yeah.
Are you a Tabasco fan?
No.
Okay.
I'm not, I know. But I don't get me wrong, I have it in my house because, right, my husband and my son, you know, they'll have it occasionally. I like heat, like I said. It's not, yeah, that's actually, let me show the.
Yeah. So that's really the color that you're kind of looking for. And so it's gonna be a
Nice.
little bit of creamy, a little bit of tangy, and then it's gonna have just a little bit of heat.
Well, I love sauce. I'm a definitely like a sauce dipper. Like I love to have sauce. I love ranch dressing. And I can probably tell you which sauces I like from where.
Oh yeah.
Chick-fil-A, #1, barbecue sauce. I love that. I don't know why. Do you have a favorite Chick-fil-A sauce?
So we just discovered the what is the dressing that goes on the salad? It's like green goddess or avocado ranch.
Yes,
it's
the
that
avocado
one.
ranch.
Yes.
Yes.
And so on their chicken nuggets, delicious.
I haven't tried that.
So
I'm
good.
gonna have to.
So good.
I think like there's another one. Well, I know Jack in the Box have like a buttermilk ranch for some reason, but it's just it tastes different from regular ranch. I'm good. You know what's really? I'm gonna say this out loud. Oh my gosh! Now everyone's gonna hear me say it, but I don't know what it is about mayo and French fries that drives me insane. Like
Love
I'm like,
it or you don't love
I
it?
do love
Love
it.
it.
I don't know why. And you know, when I had my son, that's all I wanted was mayo and French fries. And it was the weirdest craving. And I was like, I just need French fries and mayo. And they were like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I just need it. And now to this day, not probably the amount that I used to have it when I was pregnant with my son, but it was just those weird cravings and it just kind of sticks. So every once in a while I'll be like, oh, let me get some mayo and French fries. And my husband's like, are you really serious? Yes. And then let me have some ketchup because I want to throw ketchup in there too. It's just weird sauce thing. So, but that smells delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah.
And so do we have to chill this or do we just
Yeah, I'm
put
gonna throw
it
this.
aside?
I'm gonna throw this
Okay.
back in the fridge. I'm gonna throw it in just like this, actually.
And that's so quick and easy.
Yes.
Like it was nothing. I mean,
Yeah. So we actually use this for veggies as well.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like if you want something on a fresh veggie.
Well, it smells so good, like to put it on a chicken sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually.
my gosh! See,
There we go.
we're ready to move into the next cooking
That's right.
segment. You see?
Love it.
All right, so we're ready to start prepping for the shrimp.
Yes.
So what do we need to prep for shrimp?
Okay. So we're gonna get our crackers.
All right.
These are just plain old saltine crackers.
Okay.
How should we?
I'm going to rinse this, and I'm going to put it on the side here. Just in case we need to, or if we're going to need to cut anything.
Yeah, this one too.
I got it. So, do a little rinse real quick. I'm going to put these in here. Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, these are just plain saltine crackers.
Okay.
And we're gonna crunch these all up.
Oh my gosh, I used to love doing this.
Really?
So so a long time ago. Oh, thank you. You know, of course, you know, you're young and running around the house, and we're at our grandma's, and my grandma would make bread and vienesa.
Oh,
And
yeah.
oh my gosh.
And so she used crackers?
She would use crackers.
Okay.
Well, yeah, there's different ways, but she would every once in a while, like real quick, she would crack the crackers, and I'm like, give me a bag. And so I would throw them in a Ziploc bag,
Yeah.
and I would sit there with the rolling pin for the tortillas, and I would she's like, just beat them down, and that's what we do.
Yes.
We just do that.
So this recipe is actually, this is one of my husband's favorite things, and my mother-in-law taught me how to make it.
Nice.
So that's where this came from. So the fact that you said milanesa,
Yes.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense,
Yes.
right? So we're just gonna do a little bit here, so we don't have to pound them quite so much in a second.
And all we're doing is we're breaking up the crackers in the sleeve itself, because again, you're gonna need to crumble them up really good so that way you can use it as some of the breading for the shrimp, guys.
Yeah, and you'll see that it's actually like, I'll tear through these bags. I won't mean to, but it will definitely happen when we're trying to get these all broken up. I'm gonna use a meat tenderizer.
All right.
Mallet.
This seems like a good opportunity to take out some stress for your day by cracking up these crackers. So that's always a fun thing. So when, you know, so if any time I make this and I'm at home beating my poor little crackers, I'm gonna tell my husband, this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Just, you know, the woes of the day, just hitting these little crackers here. But yes, that's, oh my gosh. And I would, with that thing, so many memories, so many memories. And so she taught you how to make this, huh? Your mother-in-law?
She did.
Oh, nice.
So she made it the first time. We already used that.
Oh, all right. I know the feeling. I know how it goes. Yeah.
Okay, so what's interesting is you break them up like this, and it looks like it's almost ready, right? And then you flip it over.
They're all there.
And they're back, and you gotta get back at it. So let's see. And you want this to be pretty powdery.
Okay.
You want a little bit of cracker, but not a ton. You're really using the cracker for a couple of things. First of all, it's already salty, and so that makes it easy, right? You don't have to add as many spices. And then, secondly, like cracker just makes it really bad.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're actually look at that.
That looks good.
Yeah.
You're such a great cracker crumbler. I don't know if it's called, there's a technique for that, but you're doing amazing.
Are you saying I have a lot of pent up anger?
No, not at all. I'm not saying that at all, guys. No way. Not saying that. But you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's about
All right. Well,
what we're looking
let's
at.
show them here. Look at that. Just real quick and easy. Choose 2 Ziploc bags, of course, right? Because keep in mind, they can, when you're hitting them, they can kind of break the plastic kind of thing, right? They'll come through.
And you'll have a huge mess.
Yes,
It will be all over you, all over the kitchen.
The
and
crumbs will just be everywhere. Like, what happened?
it takes one whack, right?
Yeah.
One whack and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So
All right.
double bag. That would be my
That
recommendation.
definitely is a great recommendation. And you can find those Ziploc bags at HEB as well. Just saying, guys.
This is becoming an HEB commercial.
It might be. You never know. They might call us, Shannon.
That's right.
Hey,
You do it.
what's up? Hey, we do these kinds of things. What do we do? All right. So what's the next step? So we have our
crackers. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at the shrimp.
All right. So if you've never worked with shrimp, right? Maybe you've never made shrimp before or had to prepare it. Shannon's going to tell us a little bit about that, right?
But also, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Like it's fine. Whatever. Like it's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So these are shrimp. So these are already peeled and deveined.
Nice.
So these are ready to go, right? And
Perfect.
so I prefer that because it's a little faster, makes it a little bit easier. So what we're gonna do with these is we're actually going to butterfly them.
Okay.
And so you're just gonna run your knife kind of down the center of the back of them.
Okay.
You really don't want to go all the way through, but you're looking for a shape kind of like that, where it will sit
nice.
down and the tail will kind of pop up.
Okay.
So
And
that's
so
what
these
you're
are
looking
already the shells off and they've been deveined,
for. So
right?
these are raw, peeled, and deveined shrimp.
Is this size a preference? Is it jumbo? Is it a jumbo?
It is a jumbo. So it's a personal preference, right? And so if you could definitely do them smaller. Like let's say that you wanted a single bite shrimp,
Okay.
then you could definitely do it smaller, and then you would just get smaller shrimp.
Gotcha. But it seems like something like this is better to work with a larger shrimp because to me, I'm like, you're going to fry it. So you want to, you know what I mean? Like have the.
I also feel like it's such this is a process, right? This is not something that's look, aren't you proud of yourself?
I know I am. I'm like, look at me, guys. I did it. The little shrimp up there. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. And so for me, I prefer to make them a little bit bigger so it feels more substantial. I also feel like it cooks faster because imagine if you had these and they were all the little bitty ones. In order to make a meal, you would be frying
there all
forever.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that would just be, in my opinion, a lot.
Yeah. And especially in Texas, you gotta turn the grease on, and I'm like, no. The faster the better,
That's right.
and it'll give us the time that we need to cook them through.
And look, you can see that I kind of went through that one all the way. It's not a
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a problem at all. It's still gonna cook just the same.
Perfect.
So it's not like you can mess it up.
There you go. That's what I like.
Perfect.
It's just gonna, yep, you're gonna make it work.
It's probably even gonna grab a little bit more of the batter because you've got one more surface to grab onto in the center. So definitely no concern if you.
Yeah, if you go a little bit through.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about that batter because, anything fried, especially in Texas, I'm not real sorry, is delicious. Do you know that they fry candy at like these, you know, Fiesta and all that stuff, right? Maybe it's because I haven't been Fiesta in like forever, but I mean, they fry everything. Cupcakes, cake, ice cream, pickles. I'm like,
Sounds like a stomach ache.
it does. That's just too much fried food. But I bet you it is delicious. You might enjoy it, but then you probably maybe not too much later. But
as I make fried shrimp.
I know. No, fried shrimp, delicious. We can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong. So when we, after we do this, we're gonna be doing like maybe like is it a wash or something? Like
it is.
Put that through.
Yeah, so we're gonna grab some flour because one of the things that we want to do is make sure that this shrimp is nice and dry before we get started. So you're gonna dry it off really well. Yeah, are you checking for?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
This one had a little bit. I said, oh no, let me cut that out.
That's right. And so these are peeled into veins, but you should always check it.
Yes.
I think that's one other benefit of like running down the back of the shrimp.
Yes.
Is that like it's just really easy to see like if there's anything still left in there. But we're gonna grab a little flour because you want these nice and dry before you dip them in the egg wash. Before you dip them in the batter. Nice. So the egg wash is really what's going to have the batter stick to them. But the egg wash won't stick if they're wet. So you want to dry them off with a little bit of flour, and then we will go from there.
Oh yeah, that sounds delicious.
Okay.
And about how long does it take for them to fry up? I mean, I've cooked shrimp before, so I'm like looking for the pink, right?
Yes,
like, right.
Exactly.
But so since they're going to be battered, is there a kind of like a rule of thumb, maybe like, oh, you know, you want to leave them in there?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. And so a couple things will happen. The shrimp will float. And so we don't have a huge deep pan, but they will float. But also we'll be able to see, we got them all. We will be able to see up here that they're pink. So I think we're gonna be able to see it. We'll be good.
All right. So we did, of course, right? We were cutting, the shrimp. And so we're gonna do a good little hand wash here. And if you have to sing the ABC song or do your 2 minute of washing, we're going to be real fast about this.
Right.
It's going to be TV magic. Yes. Delicious. We're excited. Okay. All right. All the shrimp that came on. Fantastic. And so now I'm going to put these here so you do not need these. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get them battered on a plate, and then the magic will begin. The next level of magic. It's very fun. All right. And so in your egg wash, about how many eggs do you say you use for about this amount of shrimp? And guys, just a heads up, this is about 2 pounds of the jumbo shrimp, just so you know. And that way, yeah. It is a lot, right?
Yeah, it really is.
But it's okay, because I'm excited. We're going to get to taste them.
Okay, so.
Oh, I love these dishes. How fun.
I like the perfect little batch.
Yes.
Okay. You want to crack some eggs?
Yes.
Okay. So probably for 2 pounds, we're going to need quite a few, but I would say only put, I don't know, maybe 3 in there.
Okay.
We can start that in there.
Yeah.
A little tiny bit of half and half. I mean, come on. If we're frying shrimp, let's just go all in. So we're going to do a little half and half. That goes with that, just a touch. Okay.
All right, so just a touch of half and half. We're going to start with 3 eggs first.
Yep. We're going to do flour. It's very likely we'll have to come back for this. We probably should have done it first.
We got it. So we're going to put the eggs here. We're going to do that. And so we would mix up the eggs.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Perfect.
Or you want to put this
Oh,
in?
yeah, of course. All right, so we're gonna have 3 little dishes ready for the, ready to put these shrimp in. We're gonna wash this in here.
Okay, I'm just whisking. That's all that's happening right here. I'm gonna.
So it's 3 eggs right now. We have 3 eggs and then a little bit of half and half, right?
Yeah. All right. And that looks pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Here we go. All right, so we're gonna take the shrimp. We want to make sure that it's good and open so that you get it really good and dry all around. So here in about, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, my hands are going to be covered in batter.
Great.
I'm a complete disaster when it comes to battering anything. You would think that as many times as I've done this that I would have the right hand, left hand, wet hand, dry hand.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't have that like at all. The other problem is you kind of need to get the shrimp because it's butterflied. You kind of need to get it like all the way around.
You gotta try to get it in there.
Yeah. So you dry it off really good, and then you're gonna dip it. This is another reason that you need good clean hands. Yeah. So we started with good clean hands, so that's what we need. Okay. So then we're gonna do this. Okay. I'm gonna flip it over, and I like to kind of smush it on here because I like a lot of cracker batter on my shrimp. Okay. See, you can already see my fingers.
It's all right.
We're about to, and then there we go.
Perfect. And just like that, guys, I'm just gonna bring it towards the camera. We have the first one done, so we are going to get the rest.
This is gonna be a process.
Yes. Push that one down.
Maybe a spoon.
Oh yeah, maybe. I'm gonna grab one real quick. Nice. Perfect. And so about this amount of shrimp, how many do you think it would feed? If you were putting together some stuff, you would say or how many do you think would feed maybe a family of 4? What do you think?
Yeah, I think each person is probably going to eat like maybe 4 or 5.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll keep my hands
okay.
Messy, and you can.
You're so nice. Like, I got it. I got the sticky hands.
I got the sticky hands.
No worries. Okay. And all right.
You know, the other thing that you can do is you can batter these, get them all ready to go, put them in the fridge for a minute.
Oh, okay, okay.
If you wanted to, or like if you wanted to do, let's say you having people over and you didn't want, to do this in front of everyone.
Okay.
That would be perfectly fine. You could do that for a second.
Oh,
but
nice.
you wouldn't want these to sit out on the counter. So you would want to make sure that you put them in the fridge before you, just don't leave them out.
Yes, definitely don't want to do that. We're going to make sure we got a lot of this bread in there.
Pretty messy.
All right, we got it. Good little line here. I'll take that one from you. Perfect. And all we're doing, guys, is we're putting the flour on first, and then we're putting it into the egg wash, and then we are making sure the egg wash covers everything, right? We want to make sure it's all covered up. And then we're putting the crumbs on last. And look, we already have almost a full plate. Thank you. And I think we're going to need some more crumbs. Yeah, just a moment. And so I know you have mentioned you like a lot of those, it's not all super crummy, right? Like the batter, and you like them with the little bigger pieces. What's the difference between the small, having it like completely crumbs versus not as crummy, right?
I feel like you lose what it is.
Gotcha.
Like you don't anymore know that it was cracker that you put on there. If you really pulverized it completely, it could be flour, it could be anything, right?
Oh, okay.
And so, I like the bit of cracker on there that shows, kind of what it is.
Definitely.
Are you running out of crackers?
Yep, I'm gonna get some out. Rinse real quick.
I'll leave that in there.
Little cracker crumbs.
You had no idea you were going to be this messy.
Oh no, we're good. We are good. This is just looking delicious. Do we need more egg?
I think right now we're
okay. Good.
Do you want to get through all of these, or do you just want to make a plate?
You can do that. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we are going to finish up the rest of these beautiful battered shrimp, and then we are going to start putting them in the pan, guys. You're gonna get to see all that right now when we come back. Thank you so much. Stay with us. Hey guys, we're back and we're ready to fry up some of this beautiful battered shrimp. So Shannon, walk us through this process here.
Yep. Okay. So I recommend tongs because, as you might can hear, this is actually popping, sizzling a little bit. So you pick them up with the tongs.
Yikes.
Yeah. Thank you for
Yes,
stepping
we're
back.
like, let's step
And then
back.
you're going to drop them in there, and you can
Nice.
see how it's bubbling.
Okay.
So that's what you're going to want to do. So these are my raw tongs.
Okay.
So once I pull the raw shrimp in with these, then I'm going to switch when we get ready to take these out.
Nice.
Because we don't want to cross contaminate, right?
Gotcha.
I think that's really, really important. So let's not get anybody sick.
Yes. And so it's about and you're using vegetable oil?
I am.
Okay, perfect.
I am, but really you can use whatever. Like if you prefer peanut oil, I would say be careful with the temperature. Like you need one that needs to get hot enough.
Yes.
And so that would be the only thing I would just make sure that you are using an oil that won't smoke.
Perfect. And I mean already, guys, we already see that the tails on the shrimp are already starting to turn color. So that's amazing. And just as easy as she's doing it, we're just putting it right into that oil. Of course, you always want to make sure that your oil is up to the right temperature for frying. So you want to put your oil in, turn on your burner, and of course kind of watch it, right? And then gauge the temperature as it goes. And then when it's ready for the shrimp, then you want to go ahead and slowly put them in. Never toss anything into oil, guys. Of course, it's always dangerous. So just heads up, right? Some safety tips.
That's exactly right.
Fantastic. And that's amazing. Look at the color already. I mean, it's almost switched completely into the pink color.
Yeah, and I think they're going to float for us. So like you can see right now, they're completely on the bottom. So when they get a little more ready, they should float just a little for us. And you'll also see the cracker turn a nice golden brown color. So those are the two things that we're looking for.
Well, I'm ready for that crunch.
That's right.
And that sauce.
That's right.
Definitely need that sauce. I'm so excited about the sauce.
That's right. So we'll also
Oh,
we'll
man.
slice some limes.
Okay.
So I like a little bit of lime on my
Nice.
shrimp
Yes.
before, and so we'll do that, and then we'll dip it in the sauce, and then we'll be
That's
all
going to
set.
be great.
It'll be
Yeah, so a
delicious.
delicious, beautiful salad, and it's a Greek
Right.
salad.
Yep.
With a homemade vinaigrette. And then we have these beautiful battered shrimp, and we have that amazing dipping sauce. So this is going to be an amazing meal, guys. And it didn't even take that long either.
Yeah, the longest part really is like making sure that the shrimp are cut.
Yes.
And then battering them. You know,
Okay.
that just takes a minute, right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
We'll just give them another minute.
Yeah.
They're looking good, right?
They are super delicious. I'm
Fast,
excited.
right?
Yes,
Really
yes.
fast.
We don't get to eat a lot of like seafood normally. My husband's not a big seafood person, and so it's been quite some time since I've had seafood. And so whenever I get it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, over the moon.
Got
So,
it.
yeah, so I'm excited about this.
We
Definitely
eat a
delicious.
lot of seafood.
Really?
Yes.
Very
a
nice.
lot of seafood. We're huge fans. So
Do you have a favorite place here in San Antonio?
Do I? It depends on what you're going for.
Okay.
So Paisanos, I like their calamari.
Nice.
I feel like their calamari is the best. And then I love Wild Fish. They've got a couple of different things that I really like from there. So I'd say those are probably my two favorites.
Nice. So calamari, talk to me. So I've eaten calamari before, and me personally, I feel like maybe the cuts are too thick or something, and it's sometimes it's a little chewy. Do they cut it like a little different, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's in strips actually, and it's pretty thick. Each piece of calamari is pretty thick, but you know that it's not cooked properly if it's rubbery.
Oh,
Like
well,
that-
that's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Number one,
It's
that's
probably
a fail.
Yeah, it's probably overcooked would
Oh,
be my
no.
guess.
Okay.
And so the ones at Paisano are the center is like buttery.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
delicious. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, so Anthony, let's go to Paisanos
Well,
and see what he says.
Paisanos, the great thing about it is it's Italian.
Yes, so he can get whatever.
He can get whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm gonna have to tell him. It's like, let's order some of this and
Yeah.
see how that goes down.
My daughter's favorite there is the escargot.
Nice.
Yeah. So put that on a little bit of toast points. Delicious.
Yes.
I think these are ready.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, how exciting.
Yes.
So you have we have a plate here with some napkins just to help with the oils, right, coming off.
That's
oh my
right.
gosh, they look so amazing.
Aren't they so pretty?
They are.
I'm just gonna drain them a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
It almost looks like coconut batter, right?
Yes.
But when you get up close to it, you can see that it's cracker.
But it looks great. It's flaky. It looks really crispy. It just looks amazing. Okay. Oh my gosh, let's show.
Beautiful. Look at that. How delicious.
I'm excited. All right, guys. Well, we are going to get everything ready to show you the final results, guys. So hang tight. We're coming right back at you. Hi, guys, and we're back after cooking this delicious crusted shrimp, guys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so as you can see, we've already put out this beautiful cracker crusted shrimp that we've had fried up. Miss Shannon did fried this up very deliciously, I will say. We have our Greek salad, which we made earlier, and also the dipping sauce, which I'm excited to try.
Yes.
And we have our amazing plates here, so we are going to dig in. So tell me about this.
Right yeah, so I'm a fan of lime on my shrimp. So a little wedge here for you. So put it down. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. And then we'll put this in here. Just a little squeeze. Just a little squeeze of lime.
All right. I'm also a fan of having that on my seafood. So let's make that happen. Oops, oops, oops. Everything's coming together here. Nice. Now you can always add shrimp. I'm saying shrimp to your shrimp. Add lime or lemon to your shrimp. That's of course your choice if you'd like to do that. But I like to do that. It just adds additional flavor, so that's always great. So we're gonna dig in. I'm excited.
Me too. Let's see how it goes.
Yes, everything looks so delicious. The salad is so fresh and so delicious. Very good. I'm gonna cut into the cracker I can't even speak now. I'm so excited. Cracker battered shrimp, and I'm about to taste this amazing sauce. And so here we go. I'm a saucer, so I gotta put it on heavy.
I'm proud of you. You went all the way in with the Tabasco.
Yes, so I'm about to do this, guys.
It's not that spicy. I feel like I was light on the sauce.
Delicious.
So good.
It is not that hot. Like I was kind of preparing myself for the meat, but it is so good. And the shrimp is, I mean, it's fresh. You can definitely taste the difference. And even just that little bit of lime just takes it to the next level.
Brightens it.
Yes. Yeah. You know, the great thing about this whole recipe is that you didn't have to put a lot of salt. It's not really salt heavy, you know, so if you're watching that, you know, for yourself, it's not a dish that you don't have to worry about that. You can taste the crackers, right? And it gives it that extra crunch. The sauce is amazing. And how simple, right? Ranch dressing, ketchup, and Tabasco.
Yep.
Add whatever amount of Tabasco you think you need for heat, but it is so delicious. And I'm like, I have to stop talking because I need to have another bite. I mean, this is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yes, I love it. It's very delicious. Yes. So, I am going to finish this in just a second. But let's talk before you go. Talk to me about any advice you can give to the next Pro-Vigil leaders out there, the people who are looking to make change happen and advance within their positions.
So I always think of doing the thing that no one wants to do. I feel like that's really what a leader is, right? The thing that no one wants to do, and you just do it. And you don't always have to be asked, you know, if there's trash on the floor, we all see the trash on the floor, take the trash up off the floor. And sometimes the things are really hard and sometimes they're simple. But I feel like when you step up in that way and you show just those little bits of initiative, that's really what gets you into that next leadership position. And I think that's what we're really all looking for. So that would be my recommendation.
That's amazing. And thank you so much. And, as change happens, guys, we have to be part of the change. We have to make it happen for, the next steps within our organization. And so it's amazing. Thank you so much for opening your home to us and sharing this amazing recipe. Truly just so delicious, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like button. And also check out the recipe that's posted in the comments below, guys. We truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you for joining us again. Shanon, thank you so much. This was amazing. I'm so excited to eat the rest of this. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye.